Right, or Liverpool, which we'll find out tomorrow, of course. Hello, good evening. Welcome. So good to have you with us. Kate, Thierry, Clint and Jamie here with you. The usual Micah, who usually sits in that chair over there where Jamie is sitting, is over in Manchester for us with Peter Schmeichel and others. Micah looking a little down in the dumps. How are you feeling?
No, I wouldn't say down in the dumps. Obviously, the red card killed the game. I think if Man City would have had 11, they would have put up an even better fight in there. In terms of Man City, I thought they was outstanding. I thought Kusanov was brilliant, one of the best performances ever put in there. I thought all the time they got the ball to Doku. He caused drama, but they didn't do it enough in the game. And Peter. I mean,
Yeah, it was a really weird game because I thought Man City did so well for 20 minutes up until the penalty kick.
Correct.
And then there was 10 minutes where, it was just, all the energy was sucked out. But for 10 men to play that like that against Real Madrid and create the number of chances, there's a lot here to be proud of. And of course, they've got the cup final against Arsenal on Sunday. So there is something there to build on, something to give the players confidence. I thought Kusanov as well, Mike.
Kusanov, honestly.
Did you two not watch the game together?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, he's out there getting interviewed.
Okay, cool.
What's wrong, Kate? What's the matter?
No, I thought when Peter came in and gave that, I thought he hadn't seen you for a while. It just looked like...
No, but...
Yeah, I was in the box with the presidentes and the chairman and all that. He was slumming it downstairs.
I was just in the tunnel, watching the players come back in and, trying to make, one or two players to come to us we can talk to, and then I'm obviously listening to it, and I thought you sounded a little bit too down. So
I know, so you trying to pick me up.
I just came in to put an arm around the shoulder.
Uncle Pete, Casper's here as well.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's here.
I'm here. I'm still here.
Good. We're all here.
All right, guys, we'll let you go.
Do you not agree that the picture doesn't look great if we're not in
Yes, let's be
sync?
central. Well done.
There you go. Now we need the cameraman to do his work.
You guys missed me though. You guys have missed me in the studio. I'll be honest. It's been a bit flat in the studio. You missed that Big Meek's energy. What's going on, guys?
The man who's in the studio replacing you. This is a guy who's got a documentary coming out. I mean, he's got 5 parts. You've got nothing like that.
Well, to be honest, when Kate said we've got a big teaser, she's going to go after the break, and then she come with that documentary. Come on.
Micah.
I was going to say, where's the big news?
Micah, if you're listening to what they were talking about after the game, because Clint, I heard Clint say that Vinny Jr. he got a hat trick.
Yeah, was you even watching the game, Clint?
I mean, well, you're not watching the game.
Wait, can I just he got watched.
What are you talking about?
You said Vinny Jr. got a hat trick. That's what you said.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry,
you're
my
not
bad.
watching the game.
Hey, Uncle Pete, why do you keep going to Casper every time first?
Come on, give me a break. It's my debut.
No, leave him alone, please. Leave him alone.
Doku.
What do we call him? Dogu?
That's what he calls him.
What do I call him?
Doku, don't mind them, Peter. Don't
Doku.
even...
No, I'm not calling him Doku. No, you do.
Listen,
but anyway, just to answer your question.
We'll tell you when we can throw, okay? Well, you know what I mean?
Sorry,
we're here. You've had all the airtime. Yeah. We're on the road now. We want to get people involved. You know what I mean, Kate?
The squabbling is great TV, isn't it? Can you please do us a favour and remind the people, since we miss your energy so dearly here in the studio, remind the people what is coming up after the break and why they should stick around.
Stay tuned. We've got analysis. We've got interviews. We've got Pep. Yes, we've got Pep. We might even have Trent. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Let's go.
Oh, you missed out on... We got Pep.
Hi.
Hello.
told we got told to give you guys a nice big welcome, and Jamie went so literal with it. Hello. Yes. Hi everyone. Good to have you with us. Let's start by talking about Arsenal against Leverkusen. Arsenal at home for the second leg of this tie, and they end up getting the 3-1 win on aggregate. Do you want to talk us through the highlights, TT?
Yes, like I said to you earlier on, very Arsenal-like the way the game went. We're waiting for the highlights, obviously, before I talk, but, people are a bit slow.
Got a feel.
There you go. Great feeling, especially if that's your first goal. That will be, you will always remember that. But that you can, the power that it did generate from that was pretty good.
Good feeling, Clint? I wasn't asking you to say you don't look expected.
Yeah, I mean, there's no better feeling than scoring big goals, and the way that he took that. I mean, as soon as he left his foot, he knew it was going in, and cool celebration, popping his collar a little bit, letting everybody know, and it's only going to help them as they move forward. They got a big match versus Man City. Cup final, and we'll see what happens.
Yes, Cup final at the weekend, Carabao Cup final. Jamie, you want to talk us through 2-0 for Declan Rice?
Yes, Declan Rice.
Because what it does for Arsenal every single time, and it's very difficult to see what a goalkeeper does sometimes because it cannot make you win the game, right? Surely he cannot make you. He can hope that you're not losing it by making saves, but he does that like 2 to 3 times every single games. It's just outstanding. So someone was yawning over it.
I mean,
do Arsenal look at this and think we have a relatively? They're certainly on the right side of the bracket, aren't they, in terms of what could come next, which would be the winner of Bodo Sporting, which was Sporting tonight, but rather that than some of the other quarterfinals that we're potentially looking at with Bayern against Manchester City, Real Madrid. Sorry.
With all due respect, you always look at the side of the bracket and you go like, that looks a tiny bit better. You still have to win those games, and being in all the competitions, Jamie will tell you that it's not always easy to manage that. You have the Carabao Cup, then you have you're battling against City. Yes, I know there is a tiny bit of better point difference between the two teams at the moment, but being able to play in every single competition. It's tiring mentally at times. I'll be honest with it, but no disrespect to I'm looking at obviously that's why I'm turning, because it came on the side.
The bracket.
The brackets. It is better to be on that side, but still you have to win what you have in front of you and play against the team that the draw gave you. Sporting Lisbon, we all know that they beat Bodo Glimt. It was never going to be easy to be able to come back 5-0. I mean, I know we're going to go into that hopefully later, being friends down to go to 5-0. But yes, for Arsenal is you can concentrate on the Carabao Cup now against a team like Man City, where you keep on fighting against them to try to win the league once again this year. And I don't know what do you think, Jamie? I was just thinking on the top of my head, how much impact do you think that's going to have on the title race on Sunday?
I just think the gap they've got right now is a real good buffer. I said a few weeks ago I thought this could have a huge impact psychologically, especially for Arsenal, negatively or positively. I don't think it affects City if they lost or not. They're not so desperate for a trophy. They've won so much, and if they lost the cup final, probably we've lost the cup final. I think for Arsenal, there's still probably a lot riding on it. They'll want to just get their hands on a piece of silverware. We're talking about them going for the quadruple here, but until you've got something in your hand, it means nothing. And this is the first opportunity. So the weekend will, I think, play a real sort of, have a big impact, I think, for Arsenal. I think it'll be a real downer for them if they don't sort of get their hands on it. Because even though we all believe they've got the title virtually, when you're inside it, you never feel like, you always feel like something's going to go wrong. So they'll have that real fear. So, Manchester City can scare them, shall we say, at the weekend. But I think Arsenal will go on to sort of win the Premier League title. But City going out, Arsenal, we expect to get to at least the semi-final as well. So that might cause a problem as well with the Premier League games.
Also, City being out of I'm saying, I'm just thinking, because if you go far, deep in the Champions League,
Rotation.
Then City don't have the Champions League anymore. That can have a little impact
as well.
But, let's see.
Carabao Cup final, after what we saw today, those two results for Arsenal and for City, do you think that plays any kind of role whatsoever in that final at the weekend or none?
I mean, I was impressed with the fight the City showed, dealing with the circumstances they had. I was impressed with how they came out in the game, especially the first 20 minutes. If they bring that same mentality, I don't see why they can't get something from that. They're teams that are used to being in those situations. They won a lot of silverware, so they have that going for them. And like we talked about, it could be Guardiola's last season there at City, and he wanted to go out with a bang. So it's a big opportunity for them, and I wouldn't count them out for sure. With Haaland and Doku, it definitely could cause problems up front. Yeah, Doku, right? how you say his name? I'm from Texas, bro.
You said it right. You said it right. Well, we'll talk about Arsenal's opponents in the quarter-final after this short break. So we'll talk about Sporting, their incredible comeback, how they ruined it for all of us because we're all enjoying this Bodo Glimt fairy tale. It's done, though. Sporting are through, and they will play Arsenal in the quarter-finals. We'll be back in just a sec. Sporting Lisbon tonight with a huge comeback win against Bodo Glimt. Let's hear their game through Portuguese commentary. Here's how it sounded, everybody.
Canto para Trincão, cruzamento, golo! Pode ir para 2-0, bola para gol, vai ser gol, é golo! Arranca Soares, golo! Vai matar Max e golo! Golo! Bragança, atenção ao Sporting, pode ir para o gol, vai para o remate, golo! E o Sporting!
Everybody, welcome back. Statement performance for PSG against Chelsea across two legs in this one. Chelsea came in from the first leg 5-2 down. Quickly, PSG pulled away with goals from Kvaratskhelia, then Bradley Barcola to make it 2-0, which was 7-2 for PSG on aggregate. That was the final one. Seni Mayulu, 19 years old, making it 8-2 on aggregate for PSG. They do go through to the quarter-finals, where they will meet either Galatasaray or Liverpool, yet to be decided tomorrow. Jamie, how are we feeling? Confidence? Where are we on the percentage scale?
Oh, that percentage has come down quite a bit.
Two? Where's it resting at?
I think if this game happens 10 times, Liverpool will get through 6 or 7.
That's an interesting...
So
Okay.
60% work out at that.
Thank you. OK, so Manchester City against Real Madrid. This was 2-1 on the night to Real Madrid, which was a 5-1 win on aggregate after they'd won the first leg 3-0. Let's take a look just at the goals from this one. Jamie, do you want to start for us?
Yes, I will. And
Phil, it's part of the job.
well, this is the goal I did at half-time, so that's why I was quite surprised when you asked me to do. Boom.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, that's film.
Over in Manchester for us tonight. Micah, Peter, Casper, let's go back out to you guys.
Big Mix is in the middle. Hey. Big Mix is in the middle.
Yes, OK.
Yes.
That's to make sure Peter doesn't go to Casper again.
Well, look, can I go to Casper? I have a question for Casper, 1 second.
Go for it.
Thank you, Casper. I appreciate that. I wanted to know, as our guest, how you enjoyed the evening, how you felt treated this evening.
I felt treated very well. Big Meeks and my dad looked after me. We had a little awkward having to sit by the side of the pitch for the last few minutes, getting in the way of people viewing. But other than that, it was good.
Yeah, we have to go down to the pitch before the half actually stops. And the thing is, we are actually in front of people. And I'm so happy we didn't have a camera there because it's, we got all sorts of injuries, knee injuries, back injuries. I mean, you ruined your trousers there. And Casper, obviously you got a more serious injury. I mean, you've been told something yesterday, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I was told. I was at a specialist yesterday. That basically, I'm going to need 2 surgeries now to fix my shoulder, which is it's a bit of a body blow. It's basically I've torn the bicep, torn the rotator cuff, dislocated the shoulder, torn the labrum. Everything's kind of gone, and to maybe put it into terms that you can understand is like an outfielder doing their ACL and their Achilles at the same time. So it's looking like 10 to 12 months of rehab. So it's been a strange few days.
Casper,
10 to 12 months. Sorry, go on.
Well, I was going to say you're smiling, but how do you really feel about that?
No, listen, it's one of those. I was told yesterday, and Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know anything right now in the sense of you don't really know how to react to this because I could have potentially played my last ever football game, and I've been a footballer since the day I was born, and that kind of thought is yeah, it's devastating. It's it's very very hard to wrap my head around at the moment.
I could feel when we was by the pitch. So me and you, Peter, we was looking out and just admiring the players. But you was looking at it differently. You wanted to be out there on the grass, didn't you?
It was a tough night because we were stood there having a look at I was looking at the keepers warm up and thinking that I might never get to do that again. And that for me was So in that sense, it was a tough night and very very emotional. As much as you guys have been nice, I haven't enjoyed a single minute of it in that sense because it's you're looking at what could be waiting for you, and not that it's not good in other ways, but it's like I say, I've been a footballer ever since I can remember, and to think that might not be able to do that again is that's a tough
Yeah,
one.
but you've always been a fighter, haven't you? Even back in the academy days when you come and the competition, you've always really took it head on. Is that fair to say?
It's fair to say for sure. I mean, right now, I got the message yesterday that that it could potentially be the end of my career, and because of my age, by the time I could get back fit, I'd be plus 40. Which, at the moment, I've lived through this generation. I grew up watching guys that played football for with their hearts, and you played through injury. I've played through countless injuries, and now my mind is kind of like, okay, I'm going to give it absolutely everything I can to see if I can get back. It would be probably one of the greatest feats of my career if I could ever get back from an injury like this. And I'm going to fight. I'm going to try everything. I'm going to do everything I can, do the rehab. But right now, surgery next Friday, and that's going to be the first surgery, and then the big one will be whenever the surgeons say.
Guys, can I jump in real quick and just ask Thierry to jump in?
No, I just wanted to wish Kasper all the very best. Obviously, I never had to deal with this type of situation in my career. But, hopefully things will be okay that I'm not going there, but because you were saying it might be your last warm-up, might have been your last game, hopefully you're going to have the possibility to stop football on your term. That's all I wish you. But I wanted to ask something to Uncle Pete. How do you feel as a dad?
Yeah, no, Kasper used the word devastating. So if you think about how my life has been, my full career as a professional football player has always been with Kasper. Kasper's always been there for me. He was actually born on the day where the club that I joined to become a full-time professional football player qualified for the quarterfinals in the Champions League, and that would then be my first game ever. So all of the way throughout my career, he's been there. And I've tried to do exactly the same for him. So whatever situation he was facing, I tried to be there as a father, as a dad. I don't want this to end with an injury like that. I think that he broke his shoulder in a game a year ago playing for Denmark against Portugal. We used all 5 subs. He carried on because it was a quarterfinal of the Nations League. He carried on playing, made one good save, but of course you can't play with a broken shoulder. He did so and was out for a very short period of time. Took the rehab, but in the period after, shoulder injury for a goalkeeper, you can't imagine how bad that is. Every time you dive to that side, you land on it. So having to manage that period after and doing what you kind of don't want, your son to do, take the injections, play with all the pain. And then, of course, we ended up with this is now 3 or 4 weeks ago. You played against Stuttgart and landed really, really badly on it, had another injection. Of course, that sparked a reaction that we don't want. And then, of course, having that really, really bad news yesterday, because this is seriously bad. I thought, obviously I'm in practical mode now. What can I do to help Kasper? What can we do? How can we practically get rehab organized? So, everything. But of course, emotionally, that's going to hit you in a couple of days when you think, whoa, Kasper's career might just be over because of that. And I just wanted to, because you battled with injuries and you try to come back, how bad, I don't know, for lack of a better word, how bad is that to end up like that?
Yeah.
Or end your career like that, sorry.
It's difficult because I remember when I got my first operation and then the agility when I come back wasn't the same. You adapt, as we all do, and you have to do, but I knew I wasn't going to be the same player again. It's a little bit different for you because you're at the end of your career, but you still got something to give, but you've had a marvellous career already. But I did it so young, and then it's
How
just...
old were you?
Well, my first operation was when I was 17.
You're kidding me.
17, and then I had another one at 19. So I knew it was going to be difficult for me, but it's just the headspace of, can you get back? And the emotional, you need emotional support because it's difficult. But that's why I said before, knowing Casper from the academy when he was at Man City, he's got that fighting spirit. He's got the energy to do it. You got that professionalism to do it as well. And I just, you'll be fine.
Oh, and listen, I'm going to try. Like I say, we've all played with injuries. You know, I had 3 screws in my knee at 16. You know, and I've played all the way through. Played more than 900 games with it. And you know, like I said, I've come through the old school where you play through injuries. And you know, I felt in a game probably about 6 weeks ago, I dislocated it, and you know, like an idiot, I was just thinking, these World Cup qualifiers for Denmark, I've got to get there. So I took the injections, took the pills to numb the pain, and tried to get through it. But at this point, you know, the consultant asked me if I was all right in the head. You know,
You asked him, are you crazy?
He said, his words were, "Are you all right in the head?" But you know, but that's all. Football means everything to me. It's been my whole life. It's been my whole identity. So, yeah, there's a lot of things right now to kind of try and wrap my head around. But yeah, emotions are kind of all over the show at the moment. But it's trying to keep my mind busy.
Come on, let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. Come on.
Yeah, I can't even hug with this side though. So I'm going to leave you like this.
Yes.
We cannot touch the shoulder.
I actually can't lift it.
I've been wanting to hug him all day yesterday, and he goes, no, don't touch me. So
Yeah, no, well, we've been stood out here,
we're with you.
and people have been going past me, and I've been trying not to let on too much about it. But yeah, it is what it is now, and I've just got to battle.
Guys,
back to you.
On that note, we are going to have to leave you one day at a time. Sometimes that's all you can do, Casper. We all wish you the very, very
All the
best. We're
best.
praying
All the
for
best.
you.
All the best, Casper.
I'm sure
Am I
as
wraps
well.
now? Can I go home?
What?
Am I wraps now? Can I go home?
I don't. You've got the Golasso show to do,
Do
apparently.
something.
You've got the Golasso show to do, apparently.
That's not in the contract.
remember when they called you Micah?
Peter, Casper, we will see both of you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to it. We'll
Bye.
see you then. Have a good one. Good night,
Bye-bye.
guys. Guys, we're going to go to a break. We'll be back very soon. We've got more still to come. Not sure what, but there is still time, isn't there? How long we got?
Yeah.
Another 10 minutes or so. We'll be back in just a minute. So tomorrow, everybody, the last 4 quarterfinals are going to be decided, or quarterfinal places, I should say. In Germany, Bayern are looking to complete the formalities against Atalanta. In North London, you've got Spurs leading a comeback for the ages, and that one against Atletico Madrid. Over in Spain, it's evenly poised at 1 goal each between Barcelona and Newcastle. And Jamie Carragher reunites with Peter Schmeichel at Anfield, where Liverpool need to overcome a 1-goal deficit against Galatasaray. As always, you can watch all the games tomorrow live on Paramount+. Coverage begins for you 3 p.m. Eastern with the day's early game. It's a good one. Barcelona against Newcastle, streaming live at 1:45 p.m. Jamie is back in Liverpool and going to Anfield. Looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to it, yes. Arne Slot, actually, even if you think about last season, didn't have many real big European nights because they went out so early against, PSG. Obviously, it was a fantastic game, but it's a game where it will be a really big night. They will need the supporters because, obviously, the deficit that they're in, and then gives them a great opportunity to try and avenge what happened last season against PSG.
Can they do it? CBS Sports Network, goodbye. We are continuing after the break on Paramount+. See you in a minute. Okay, everybody, earlier on in the show, we announced that coming this spring, we've got a new football docu-series from Paramount+. Its subject is none other than Clint Dempsey.
Oh!
Woohoo! And for its title, It is over to Big Meeks.
So let me ask, do you even know what the name of the documentary is?
Nope, I don't know. But I bet you're about to tell me.
This is no bullshit. The name of the documentary is You Don't Know Where I'm From, Dog.
Yes, I love it.
That's a slogan, isn't it?
Well, the Champions League is back, and so, by popular demand, is one of our favourite segments. You know, on the Champions League show, we play a game called In the Mixer, where we just ask kind of like random questions to see what kind of answers it'll throw up. Just interesting stuff from people's career. What is the funniest thing that an opponent has said to you on the pitch? And Micah's answer was something that Clint Dempsey had said to him.
You don't know where I'm from, dog.
You don't know where I'm from, dog. I can't do the accent.
You know, with past games, my mind's always a little bit hazy, let's just say. I tackled him and he pushed me. I said, don't push you. You don't know where I'm from, dog. He was always a tricky player. He's one of those guys who's annoying, really annoying.
When I sort of see Clint and I see that sort of glint in his eyes, there's definitely a little screw loose. Not fully off, but a little bit loose, I'd say. September the 22nd, 2007.
I was sort of a big deal back then. And I just had it in my mind that he's not getting the better of me.
You know, Micah was young, he had an ego, he thought he was something special. Clint had that kind of chip on his shoulder about I'm an American player, they're disrespecting me over here, they don't understand who I am. And so I can totally see that, you know, sparking some kind of altercation.
And Clint, at that age, when he looks at you, you know, he looks like he wants to kill you. And I have respect for that.
We have around about a quarter of the match to go. And Dempsey and Richards head-to-head.
He was giving it arms, everything. You know how Americans can be. So we sort of squared up, and he sort of looked back at me and he goes, you don't know where I'm from, dog. And I was like, what? Who does this guy think he is?
Let's get up, let's reenact it.
Reenact it?
Yeah, come on. Clint's got that switch where he just kind of loses it slightly.
You don't want this?
And then what?
You don't want this?
Head to head.
You don't want this?
What's he saying? What's he saying?
Basically, he said, you don't know where I'm from, dog.
It's like inbred in him. He has that hustle, and it's like a gene that's born into him that he is so hungry. And I think it's, you know, in part, it's coming from the circumstances he came from, where things weren't a given for him and they didn't come easy.
I'm from the oldest town in Texas, Nacogdoches, where I'm from.
Nacogdoches?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you say?
I said I'm from Chapeltown.
And so I think that Clint had to kind of fight and claw his way to every bit of success and every opportunity in ways that maybe other kids from other families didn't have to. And so I think it's kind of always been in him, and he can't get rid of it. It's still there. Are you a calmer man these days, Clint?
I've calmed down. With all the kids, I've had chilled out a little bit more.
Have you? I thought kids stress people out.
They do stress me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but I appreciate all y'all being on it and being patient with me. And
was there anybody they asked onto the doc that surprised you that they asked on? Or that you thought, I don't really want that person to get to speak about me publicly?
No, I think you got to tell both sides of every story and get different people's perspectives. But I was excited about former teammates being on there, like Gareth Bale, Moussa Dembele, Danny Murphy, Bobby Zamora, you know, former coaches, Roy Hodgson,
Bruce Arena.
Yeah, Jurgen Klinsmann, Bob Bradley, and, you know, national teammates, Landon Donovan, Beasley, Tim Howard, and stuff like that. And also the Champions League crew, the legendary Thierry Henry, Kate Abdo, Big Meeks, and Jamie the Side Park Carragher.
Is there, you got to watch some of it back because it's been like edited and stuff. Is there anything that has made you go, oh?
I mean, a little bit of like talking about some of the rap stuff, but it was part of the journey, right? As when you're a new guy on a team, they're like, do something for us. You have to carry the cones, you got to move the goals and all that kind of stuff. But in front of the bus or at meetings or whatever, you got to sing, tell jokes or whatever. My kind of thing was that I rapped, and then Nike kind of caught wind of it, wanted to do a Don't Tread track, and I did it and got a little bit of slack for it, but it was something that was fun. Got to work with a Houston artist.
It was cool. I don't think you got slack for it.
You know what I'm saying? It was cool. I enjoyed it.
Don't put yourself down, Clint.
You know,
Yes, it was cool. Don't worry about it.
appreciate
But
you.
we're excited to see all of that. So it's dropping in spring. We can't say exactly when, but spring is when it's happening. And it's, I think, a 5-part series that is going to be very, very cool. I've gotten to see just a little bit of, well, I've seen episode 1. I'm excited to see the next ones, but it's so worth you guys watching it. I have a question from production for you. Do you know where Chattanooga is? Clint, stay quiet.
Chattanooga.
Yeah.
No, obviously in America.
Yes. Guess a state.
Oh.
Tennessee.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So why did you ask me
Tennessee.
that?
Okay, well, so apparently we have a hardcore Galatasaray fan who is based in Chattanooga, Tennessee, who has differing opinions to you. And our friend Brad is on the line to share those with you.
Oh, wow. I thought it was Arnie Slot.
Brad, you disagree with
That's a good
Jamie?
one. Well, no, Jamie's getting closer to what I said. You know, he was at 98, 99 when the draw came out. Then last night I saw him on YouTube. He got down to 50%, but apparently today he's back up to 60, so he's going the wrong way.
Yeah. So you fancy your chances then?
I do. Liverpool, we don't know what's wrong with them. No one can tell us. And if you don't know what's wrong with a team, you can't fix it. Galatasaray, the biggest thing they're saying against us is our away record. What we did at Juventus, we know exactly what happened. Okan, our coach, parked the bus, tried to protect the 3-goal lead. It worked out about as well as for us as it did for Bodo today. Thankfully, we had the wherewithal to score in overtime. And the person who scored that first goal is another reason why I think we'll win. There's no one on the pitch tomorrow that's going to be as good as Osimhen. What he went through, losing his mother at a young age, is instilled in him the desire to win. And I believe he can literally will our team on to victory. He's that type of an impactful player, not just with the skill, the way he gets involved with the press, goes back and he plays defense. We're a total team.
So
the transfers we've made.
I'm at 60% right now. What percentage are you at for Galatasaray to get through?
I'm about 70, 75.
Oh, wow.
Do you just want to bet something?
Do you want to bet?
Oh, sure.
Okay, well, what are we betting on? Is it a few quid? Is it a night out? Is it me coming to see you, you coming to see me? You going to Turkey for the transplant?
How about this? Okay, I'm coming back to Istanbul in April to go to our last 4 games to cover them for my YouTube channel. So I'm an English YouTube channel called the Galatasaray Show.
Okay.
So I'll come back to cover the games. So if we win, you meet me in Istanbul, we'll have a beer.
Oh.
If Liverpool wins, I'll take a little trip while I'm there, come over to England, I'll meet you and we'll have a pint somewhere where you say.
There's no... listen, if Liverpool go out, there's not a chance of me getting out of Istanbul alive after what I've said about Galatasaray. What I will do, if Galatasaray go through, I will go on your YouTube channel, we'll do a Zoom, and I'll go on there and take the flak from all the Galatasaray fans. Not in person, but online. I'll do that.
That sounds great. You've been public enemy number 1 for Galatasaray. I've been trying to smooth the edges for you. I'm like, he's not a bad guy. He just hasn't watched us enough to know.
Listen, I wouldn't get too flattered with that because that happens to me with a lot of people. Don't worry, it's not just Galatasaray fans. I quite enjoy it.
Brad, we appreciate you. We wish you all the best for tomorrow. Enjoy the game.
All the best, Brad.
Goodbye.
All the best.
Adios. Goodbye. All right, everybody, that is the end of the show. We got...
Kate, I was going to ask you all the show, actually.
No, it's not because of St. Patrick's Day.
Sporting Lisbon?
No. No.
What's it for, then?
It was the only suit that I had back in the locker over there, so just happened to be mint green tonight. Yep.
For your peppermint tea.
Yes. Nice. Thanks for winking at me about the peppermint tea. I'm glad we shared that, yeah. Right, everybody, more second leg of the round of 16 action tomorrow. Jamie's going to be in Anfield. We'll miss you, but we'll look forward to seeing you over there with Peter and Casper. Micah will be back in the seat. We'll figure out who sits where tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody. Good night.